More than 350,000 people buried here. Yeah, strange night so far. I don't know if you're hearing that. What is that? Oh no. I'm screwed. Welcome back to Small Plots with Kevin. I'm Kevin. It's spooky season. Again, one of my favorite times of year. And I'm standing in a place that's known to be spooky all year round, but especially spooky now in October. This is Mount Hope Cemetery in Rochester, New York, an enormous cemetery, almost 200 acres, 350,000 plus people buried here. Truly just an enormous cemetery. So of course, I think I'm gonna try to camp here. Now, me, I don't believe in ghosts. I never have, maybe never will. Will I change my mind tonight? Who knows? There are plenty of spooky ghost stories about this place, lots of legends that are corroborated by a multitude of people. So who knows, maybe tonight will be the night where I change my mind. So there's a maintenance area not far from where I am now that I'm going to try to use to sneak in around, and there's a small patch of woods there, and I'm going to set up my tent for tonight and hopefully not get haunted. I won't be haunted. There's no such thing as ghosts. You hear that, ghosts? You hear that? This is a challenge. This is a challenge to you. Boy, I hope I'm not going to regret doing that. Delicious. Okay, walking up through the maintenance area now, the first thing I notice is a camera right there. So I'm just gonna like walk past it, you know? Like nothing ever happened. I don't see anybody. The gate was open. All right, well, there's the shaft. How about that? Some kind of like break area. Cool. It's actually pretty nice. Okay, so I'm officially back in the maintenance area. There's like a break area for maintenance people. And you know, there's like remnants of maybe when the cemetery extended over here. There's concrete benches, some planters. Very interesting. You got some bales of hay, so you can just be all like, hey. Another old planter. Not really doing too much with plants. Oh, there's underwear in there. What do you think they're trying to grow? So this is an extremely urban location. The cemetery is squarely in the city. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled for other people that may have this exact idea, but more long term. There's stuff like this. Just a spool. Just a giant spool used as a makeshift table. But otherwise, pretty open back here. I do have to find somewhat of a place to squirrel away. I'm gonna try and get up and out as soon as possible, but I don't know when the maintenance people come. I do have sort of a backup escape route idea. I think if I just go over that way down a hill, I can get out without going back through that maintenance area, which is probably what I'll do anyway, regardless of if I hear maintenance people arriving tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, there's graves. There are the graves. The leaves are so crunchy, it's gonna give me away if anything. Okay, so the cemetery is directly behind where the camera is. I think I'm gonna move a little bit this way. Looks like some nice flat ground, kind of encapsulated by trees and branches and stuff. And that should be good. I should be out of view from the cemetery. There's a like tennis court area right over here. I'll show you guys in a minute. Of course, the break area for the workmen that work here, and the road. Yeah, I think right here, there's some trash on the ground. I'll brush that away, but I think right here is perfect. The ground is relatively flat. Kind of covered. Oh, what has happened there? This tree right here, this little tree is just completely stripped of bark in spots, probably from deer. There's not a ton of poison ivy, but there's not no poison ivy. In fact, there's some pretty hairy vines, but not too much on the ground. It's not one of those camps, thankfully. I can still see some graves behind me. I don't think the camera's picking up on that, but that's the graveyard right there. Like if I walk like 25 feet that way, I'm in the cemetery. And I can kind of see, yeah, I'm very close to that break area picnic table. Again, about 20-25 feet is right there, but I'm not too worried about that. Unless somebody comes up here at night, which, oh no. I guess they could, you know, I'm here at night. Anybody can come here at night, right? Come on. Oh no. All right, well, I'm gonna take this pack off and get a little better look around here before I set up for the night. There's the cemetery. You know, down there doesn't look like a terrible spot. It's a little angled. I'm not trying to get kicked out, you know. I don't see anybody, but I do see where the path goes. This is a huge cemetery. Like I mentioned earlier, just under 200 acres. More than 350,000 people buried here. It was opened in 1838 and is still in use today. They still bury new people here. It's a very popular walking place. A lot of people park their cars and walk here. It's a beautiful cemetery. Oh, I lied. There's looks like a big soccer field and then the tennis courts. So not right next to tennis courts, next to a soccer field, next to tennis courts. I heard something walking in the brush over there. I saw movement. Can you guess what it was? Of course, it was deer. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those camps tonight. Being in the city, there are very few places for deer to go, and I'm in one of the few places. So, yeah, probably going to be hearing a lot of walking around tonight. Oh, there's actually a much better escape route down this way. Down a hill, there's like a deer trail going down there that I think I will use to leave in the morning. So I have to walk past that camera again and possibly people coming up that maintenance road for work and then, you know, all sorts of cemetery business. So I did find a better spot closer to the cemetery. I am now 10 feet away, but it's a nice flat spot. I can see graves there, I can see graves there, baby graves. Somebody kicking a soccer ball. More out of view from that like break area over there. I'm certain they're not coming to work tonight, but I don't know if people, you know, there's like night people that walk around and do night things, and that might be a spot where like, hey, let's go to the place. I don't know. I don't, that's kind of like an irrational fear, but especially when I have all this next to me. I'm more worried about people walking over there than anything supernatural happening over here. Some beautiful stonework on these graves, though. I guess now is the time for people to be using that path, walking through the cemetery. Saw a guy on his bike. There's a couple walking their dog. We're about an hour away from sunset, so kind of, I guess, prime dog walking hours. And they're just walking. I can hear them talking. I was just about to set up my sleeping pad with the pump. There's like squirrels and chipmunks running around in the leaves. I think that's what I'm hearing now. There's a ton of them. There's like dozens, hundreds. I was just about to blow up my sleeping pad. I think I'm going to wait to do that now, considering this is apparently when people want to walk right by my camp. Tons of chipmunks, tons of squirrels, everywhere. This place is riddled with them. I've been hearing them since I got here. So this cemetery was originally built because there was a massive cholera outbreak in Rochester back in the 1800s. And there were just so many people that died all at once that they had to put them somewhere. And so here it was at Mount Hope Cemetery. And it's, you know, obviously since grown from then, but because the cemetery is so old, and I'm seeing like a bunch of bricks and old pavement and old concrete back where I am here, I wonder if this area, on top of the old benches and planters that I saw coming in, I guess it's pretty clear that this area used to be not a maintenance area, more integral to the operation of a cemetery, in terms of like maybe there was bodies here at one point, or still are. I don't know for certain, but you never know. The deer are creeping on me right now. I can hear on top of the deer and the chipmunks and the squirrels and probably like mice and stuff. It's just leaves moving constantly around me. I hope that kind of slows down tonight. Probably not. Right behind me you can see the cemetery behind me in the tent, and then right kind of in the brush are, looks like three deer that are apprehensively looking at me and chewing their cud. Walking by. Gotta be quiet. I don't know who's a walker and who's just someone who works here doing the nightly rounds, you know, making sure nobody's sleeping in the woods. Damn, these freaking chipmunks. They're just like hanging out behind me. Talking about rabbits. All that leaf rustling are like chipmunks and stuff running around. She may have just seen me when I was filming them there. So this cemetery is famous for a few different reasons. Susan B. Anthony, the women's suffragette, is buried here. Frederick Douglass, the abolitionist, is buried here. There's a few other notable historical figures like the was that? They had like a little kazoo or something. Anyway, like Nathaniel Rochester, the person who the city of Rochester is named after, is buried here. Kislingbury. What are they doing? Why are they doing that to me? Why are they got like a little kazoo or something? Oh! There was a metal detector. They're metal detecting. That's kind of cool. It's actually probably a pretty interesting place to go metal detecting. Anyway, this guy named Frederick Kislingbury, a guy named Frederick Kislingbury is buried here. He has no significance historically, but he was a victim of cannibalism. He was on a failed Arctic adventure, and I guess things went awry, and whatever remains of him were sent back, are buried here. There's plenty of grisly stories, as you can imagine, throughout, this is a Victorian era cemetery. The Victorian era is famous for how grisly life could have been, and there are many ghost stories about this place, different spirits that people don't know exactly who they are, but they're corroborated. Multiple people have seen them over the years. One is the phantom jogger. Many people have seen someone jogging and then like disappear into nothing in the middle of the night. They've heard laughing children and seen the ghosts of like young boys up on hills. It's a very hilly cemetery. It's carved out by glaciers. Very, very hilly. My whole life I've been hearing about Illuminati tunnels allegedly connecting to some of the mausoleums in this place. Unsubstantiated, but kind of interesting. Apparently in the late 1800s there were many satanic rituals in some areas of the cemetery, and in those areas in particular, I don't think I'm near any of them, apparently those are particularly restless for spirits. Lots of wails, moans, otherworldly sounds, that kind of thing. I doubt we'll hear any of that tonight, but I thought I'd mention it. So I just looked it up. I'm apparently one night away from the full moon. Tomorrow night is the full moon. So it should be relatively bright out here tonight. Also, full moon, spooky, creepy October, full moon, that, whatever. Yeah. That's right. Who's the king of the forest? Me. It's nighttime now. Oh geez, I've been quiet for a while, and me doing that apparently disturbed something over there. I don't know, tons of animals in this tiny little patch of woods. Some might call it a forest, but it's time to eat. I've got this thing ready to go. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. It's maybe a little unorthodox, or maybe like super common. I'm not really sure, but what I'm gonna do is I'm having hot dogs. I'm gonna just light this up, and I'm gonna cook the hot dogs on the flame of this thing. So, you know, prepare yourself for that. So I pre-sharpened, cleaned this stick off for my hot wings. This is warm. Got the cooked jalapeno cheddar dog. It's actually just a cheddar dog, there's no jalapeno. Just cheddar, just dog. You know, I gotta say, like might be one of the better ways I've cooked it. This is delicious. There's no like other heat taste. It's just like it's kind of just like good. I don't know what to say. It's just, you know, nothing. Tortilla, just the dog cooked over the isobutane thing. Forget about it. Well, that was a delicious meal. Really can't complain. It's kind of like weirdly good. Didn't expect it to be that good, just cooking it right on the isobutane there. Yeah, strange night so far. I don't know if you're hearing that. What is that? It sounds like something falling out of the tree, but like, oh God. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm dealing with back here. A lot of animals. A lot of strange sounds. Nothing like haunting or anything like that. It's just deer. At one point, like there was a deer that like ran maybe 5 feet away from me, and I just shined my light on it and saw it that ran away real quick. Like I said, I'm in a very small forested area in the middle of the city, so animals don't have a lot of places to go. Little small forested areas are very dense with animals. Still don't know what that was that I just heard. It was just like tick, 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 something just continuously happening on the other side of this tent. Not really sure what that was. I wish I could get more footage of the cemetery and everything, but even despite the fact that it's like 1 day away, maybe gunshot. Despite the fact that it was 1 day away, that it's 1 day away from a full moon, it's too dark to film. Yeah, well, like I said, middle of the city. So I can't get the graveyard like I was hoping. I'm trying so hard to catch the almost full moon good enough to hit some gravestones or something, but yeah, and it's tough. I can't really leave and go walk around the graveyard as much as I'm sure people are probably hoping that I'm doing that. It's just not really, especially with that camera right there. Can't really do that. It's kind of like a journey to get there, if I'm being honest. It's not like just a bloop over. Okay. Yeah, see, so I've been quiet for so long, but now I have a light on and I'm talking, and little animals that are around me are like, hey, there's a guy there. They're not ghosts. Let me just clear this up right now. They're not ghosts. They're like little mice and rats and whatever. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm like kind of hoping that I hear people in the graveyard, because I kind of want to mess with them. Like if I hear like some like teens in the graveyard walking around, or like, you know, if this were like tomorrow, where like it is a full moon, I bet there'd be some like Wiccan chicks in there. Man, I'd be having a blast making like gutter kind of sounds and stuff like that. But I don't know. Fingers crossed. If I see or hear anything in the cemetery, like see a flashlight or anything, or like hear people talking, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the freak in the woods, make it look or like something. There's something walking closer to me. It's probably a deer, but I'm gonna do something just in case it's not. Okay, it stopped walking, whatever it was. It didn't run away. I'm just gonna go with it. It's a deer. Oh man, I thought that was a deer's butt at first. Before I zoomed in, I thought that was a deer facing the other way. Yeah, well, this is what it's like here, next to the cemetery. You know, it's pretty chill. A lot of cool chill things happening. Just like Mondo chill, you know? I know you can't really see it. There's something in the cemetery making like a, I know this is gonna sound stupid, but like a bone clattering sound. Like tick, 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 tick. Like somebody has like a bunch of sticks in a wagon or something. I just hear like sticks, like medium sized, like wrist sized half logs between a stick and a log. You know what I'm talking about. I don't think it's anything, you know, supernatural. I don't know if you picked up on that. Somebody went like a whistle sound. So there's definitely people in the cemetery doing something right now. I can't get good footage, obviously, but I was able to take some just killer photography in the moonlight, you know, just, wow, you're really gonna love this. It's just so good. Yeah, so I'll be monitoring that. Well, I'm not quite sure what that sound was, but I'm in the tent now. I'm gonna hang out for a little while. This isn't gonna be one of those videos where like you know, hear someone look on the tent and I'm like, oh, who is that? My tent is like, it's like half mesh, probably more than half mesh. You can see outside. I mean, I can't see, it's totally dark, but you know what I'm saying. There's no secrets to anyone on the outside of the tent. There's no secrets to anyone on the inside of the tent. Well, I'm probably going to update more with like weird sounds and stuff, but if I don't, I'll see you guys in just a second. There's been something, probably a deer, walking around me all night, all freaking night. Sometimes it gets close, sometimes I hear it a little farther away, and I think that's actually maybe that bone sound, that stick sound I heard was that buck maybe rubbing his antlers on stuff. I've heard that a few times throughout the night.
do know there's a buck walking around because I seen him. Oh no. I don't want to see that right now. It's most likely the workmen arriving for the day. It's like 6:30. Oh my god, there's just a vehicle over there. I'm screwed. I gotta go. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just that one guy rolled up, but I didn't hear any doors shut, so I assume he's still in his car. It's not bright yet. Got about 45 minutes till sunrise, and I'm pretty close to that like break area, and I gotta pack up. I gotta go. So I'm gonna try and do as much as I can quietly in the tent, and then just have everything ready to go and just kind of like stuff my tent in and get out. Hope nobody sees me, but they're probably gonna see me. So yeah, I know this is the break area. I didn't know this is where they also parked. It's not super ideal. Okay, there's a new light on now. I don't know what that is. Is that like a vehicle? Is that like a little light on the table or something over there? I don't know, but I've got my sleeping pad. Oh, it just turned off. I've got my sleeping pad rolled up. I've got a few other things packed, my blanket away. Yeah, I'm really just gonna have to put my shoes on. I could probably do my tent quieter if the ground wasn't so covered in dry, crispy leaves. It's starting to lighten up a little bit. There's a cemetery over there. But I'm a little more concerned with, physical bodies, corporeal beings, as it were. I have to leave my trash. I'm going to come back for it tonight or tomorrow night when they're gone again. But I just can't crush cans and put them in a loud, crinkly bag right now. But they're safe. I'm not going to blow away or anything. I hate doing that, but I don't really have a choice. I can see the vehicles with my eyes now. It's bright enough. One of them's like orange. Okay, I don't see any people. But that's probably a good thing. Let's go. I'm just gonna go. Alright, well, goodbye, small plot. It was spooky fun. Alright, let's get out of here. Just go, just go. Doesn't matter. Make noise, just go. You're a deer. You're just a deer. You're just a little gosh darn deer. Luckily, I have this alternate escape route because those guys are parked right where I came in. Man, the past couple camps I've been getting up before the crack of dawn, and I should have done that today. Oh yeah, I see lights on and stuff over there now. Is that, yeah, that's just another vehicle coming. Okay. All right, I think I'm far enough away-ish. Like, I'm still near that old flower planter and spool, which I can easily get to. got my tent poles in my hoodie pocket. Poked in the eye. One final goodbye. Okay, so there's like a little trail, and I should come out next to this soccer field. Hopefully that's not going to be super creepy. And then I do have to walk past the main. Actually, you know what? I can go the other way. Okay. See, over that way I can go, but it's like you gotta cross through another bit of the maintenance area. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna walk around the field. Does this count as success? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't feel successful. Guess I'm not out yet. Just fell out of my hoodie. Look at there's a robot lawnmower, I think that is. Look at this gate. Like even if the gate was closed, look at that side of it. Man, a lot of trash. Yeah, look at this little guy. Sir, hello. Do you have anything to say? No, you're good? Okay, well, yeah, enjoy. Grass looks great, by the way. All right, the final getting out of here, because I guess I'm not really technically supposed to be here either, is walking on the sidewalk here, just as all this traffic is coming by. Okay, now success. Now I'm on the sidewalk, walking home. Success. There's one of the vehicles I saw, and a guy. I'm pretty sure that's who came in this morning. He's like checking stuff. He's unlocking the gate. Oh, okay. Recap. So that was a bit of a whirlwind. Sorry for all the super dark footage. I couldn't put any lights on for obvious reasons. I was actually awake when I saw the car roll up, because it was like about 15 minutes before my alarm went off, and I'm someone who like can never wake up to an alarm. I always wake up like right before it goes off every time. So that was kind of what I had about 15 minutes till my alarm went off. So I was just sort of like on my phone, like waking up, and I see the kind of the trees over in that direction like illuminate, like, you know, the car coming up. And that's when I was like, oh no, and decided to start filming. Obviously they didn't hear me, or if they did, they didn't shine any lights or try to come and get me or anything. I thought it was pretty quiet, other than like stepping on a couple of sticks here and there when I was doing it. I thought it was pretty quiet, at least in line with other just sounds of the forest. Like, you know, it is fall, so there's constantly stuff falling from the trees, you know, like leaves and stuff. I love that new sleeping pad, man. That was really comfy and really quick to deflate and roll up. Fantastic. This isn't like a plug, I bought it with money, but it's pretty great. Go Thermarest. Yeah, the tent went down easy. I had to leave my steaks and garbage, so I will be returning to get those either tonight or tomorrow night. Tonight might be a little soon to return to the scene of the crime, so probably tomorrow night, maybe after 5:30 I'll head up there, grab that stuff.
I always do this thing for occasions such as this where I use my crappiest steaks first. Like that's what I grab out of the pack. I usually carry like 2 to 3 times more steaks I need. They're so easy, just, you know, they're just in a pocket where I keep my water. It's like, bring them, don't bring them. They're like weightless and nothing else would go there anyway, so they're just always there. I was stoked to have that alternate exit. In fact, 2 alternate exits. Originally, the one I was thinking I was going to take was just a little bit still in the maintenance area, but I'm glad that one I ended up taking that was just sort of like around the back there. Oh, so happy that existed. Otherwise, it would have been a really awkward walkout. But this has been Small Plots with Kevin. I'm Kevin. Don't forget, new episodes of Small Plots every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You're gonna love it. We got buses, we got cemeteries, we camp in the city. That's what we do here. It's all sorts of fun. It's all sorts of wackiness. Thanks for watching till the very end here, everybody. And I'll catch you on that. There's no way they don't at least have an inkling I was back there. Nexty. Mwah.